of the first projects I undertook when I left the White House was to try to organize investment into various countries, notably Muslim countries, in the hope of nurturing a model of free enterprise and so forth that would stand in contrast to the more radical Islamic violent model that we're seeing in Al-Qaeda. But your mention of Pakistan is key, because it was in Pakistan that this Faustian bargain between the Wahhabi church or mosque and the royal family has been concentrated. That is, financing schools, madrasas, now some 15,000, that take young kids, adolescents, and teach them this doctrine of hatred. Pakistan's a country that 70% of its disposable income goes to defense and debt service, and so there's not much left. 70% of the country is illiterate. Try to picture yourself as a child, a kid, a teenager in that circumstance, where you know you're not going to be a doctor, a lawyer, you're not going to go to college and be anything beyond a day laborer. However, when you go to the mosque on Friday, if the imam tells you that I'm going to make you a soldier in the army of God, that's an identity. And in the past 15 years, since this ramp up in undermining education in Pakistan, there are more than 500,000 kids that have graduated from the more extreme madrasas. These are not bin Ladens, but they're kids willing to blow themselves up. John McCain understands that there are near-term and long-term ways to cope with the problem posed by radical Islam. But long-term, clearly, Senator Lieberman said, we've got to invest in trying to provide a decent education system to where a child can become literate and have some hope of being something other than a terrorist or a day laborer. I've known John McCain for 50 years, and better than anyone in public life, he understands the profound importance of basic opportunity, of education, of health care, of housing, that provide the necessities of life and reduce the probability that unemployment lead to tensions, to violence, and ultimately being seduced into one of the more extreme movements on the planet. And he intends to make clear in his policies a revamp and overhaul of the State Department and our aid administering agencies so that we do a better job of this and begin to spend more than the pittance that we do right now in relieving the causes of suffering from Africa, South Asia, and beyond, and providing the fundamentals so that the takeoff of these countries leading to stability, growth, pluralism, democracy, and overcoming the appeal of these radical ideologies.